Alright guys, welcome back to GTC. This is Shane. The EV saga continues and will continue to be a hot topic. You may be paying for EV conversion and not know it. And the real question is, who really is paying for EV conversion? And more so, how are they going to continue to get profits out of EV vehicles in the future? Let's talk about it. A Ford executive recently told the Detroit Press that EV vehicles wouldn't become profitable until really around 2026. So if they're not profitable and they're racing to convert all of their cars, where is the money coming from? Well, I'll tell you. What are the top 3 selling vehicles in America? In fact, 80% of all sales go to these top 3 vehicles. You guys know? Trucks and SUVs. The top 3 selling trucks, Ford F-150 in 2022 sold around 650,000 units. That's a lot of cars. That was followed by Chevy Silverado at about 500,000, followed by the Ram in the high 400s. So the top 3 vehicles, all you have to do is look around. It's just truck after truck, and they ain't EV. These are internal combustion. America still has a thirst for the internal combustion engine in their trucks and SUVs. And if you've noticed, the automakers have stopped making a lot of the other cars, focusing on the top 3 selling vehicles, which is a smart strategy. And what they've done is they've increased the MSRP, increasing their profits. It's not unusual to walk onto a lot and see a $75,000, $90,000, $100,000 truck. And a lot of them are sort of rebranding these with names to capture the buyer, the ZL1 packages and the Raptor packages and whatever else to try and get added value out of it or profits. We shouldn't be paying this, right? We shouldn't be paying this. We should be paying normal cost for a truck. But the real problem is they're assuming that the consumers and the demographics of those that are buying the internal combustion truck somehow are just going to naturally slide right into an EV truck as their next choice. I'm not sure that's going to happen. They're buying the internal combustion engine for a reason. So it's going to be real interesting when 2026, 2027 rolls around and the top 3 manufacturers plus Jeep starts rolling out EV and stops making the ICE or internal combustion engine, and we'll see where those consumers go. You know, the other interesting thing about this conversion, because I'm fascinated with this, and if you notice and you look around, it seems like manufacturers are much more excited about the EV conversion than consumers. There's still a lot of ICE vehicles on the road, and I don't think people are just jumping left and right. People are smart. It's expensive to charge. Not everybody is capable of doing that, and the infrastructure clearly is not up to par. There's going to be a natural conversion. Let that natural conversion take place. So sort of looking down the road, it'll be interesting to see where those buyers go, see what the manufacturers do with these trucks, see how the infrastructure holds up. Because I'm kind of sitting back, and I've always considered myself a late adopter. You know, I'm not the first one to jump on the first model, and I like to see how things pan out, let the kinks work out, let the bugs work themselves out, and then I jump in later. I tend to be a little bit more thoughtful and methodical, and not so knee-jerk. But I found it very interesting that an executive would say something like EV vehicles are not profitable. So the real question is, how are they going to become profitable? Asia controls nearly 85-90% of the lithium production. There is a new mine in Nevada that claims it has 46 years of lithium that can mine, and they'll sort of take everything out of that and move on to the next site. But outside of that, we are entirely dependent upon Asia for lithium. And so I don't think they're going to make it easy for us. And those batteries can cost upwards of $30,000, $35,000 per battery. That's just unreal. So where's the profit going to come from? I don't think it's just going to come from sales of the vehicle. I have a feeling there has to be new ways and strategies to expunge or extract every penny out of a new EV customer. And what I'm getting at really is it's going to look like maybe it's going to be in upgrades, add-ons, and potentially subscriptions. BMW had an epic fail when it tried to have a subscription for heated seats, but I think the message there is just because they failed, that doesn't mean that it's a failing strategy. What do I mean by that? People can buy a car and maybe the base price is $50,000, but for a subscription of $125 a month, I'm just throwing this out, totally made up, maybe you get a horsepower increase. Or maybe you get some added features, interior lighting, or expansive navigation or self-driving features like Tesla has done. So I think that's where the future is going, is in these add-ons and subscriptions. So I may not be giving the audience today news. This may be common sense for some people, and maybe you guys already knew that, but it was some new information for me. I didn't realize that a lot of these manufacturers have just discontinued sort of the everyday cars and have focused entirely upon their trucks. But that's putting all your marbles in one bag, hoping that your truck buyers are as enthusiastic about the EV conversion and the next generation EV vehicle and are okay walking away from their internal combustion engine. So that's my update today. I'd like to hear your thoughts, and especially if you guys have converted from an ICE truck to an EV truck. Tell me what your thoughts are. As always, thanks for tuning in. Please make sure to hit like and subscribe. That helps us tremendously, and we so are appreciative of that. Until next time, Shane, GTC, take care.